What's up, good people? It's kind of bright out here. Yeah, trying to see what's up, man. Couldn't decide on what to do a topic on today, but this is something that pops up all the time. Oh, can you guys hear me? What's up, Rebecca? I might have to move because this glare is really funky on the screen here. Let me see. All right. Yeah, and as usual, we wait a couple minutes till some people show up. I don't have to repeat myself. All right. What's up, Will Johnson? What's up, Lincoln? Tillin Gorsick. I mean, this kind of stuff is always peppered through all of my videos anyways. What's up, man? What's up? What's going on, Celine Lion? What's going on, Tillin? I think I have seen Beyond the Imaginary Curve. I think so. I've flipped through a lot of the flat Earth stuff. Might have to turn my screen up a little bit here. Yeah, I know all about the reverse speech stuff. I give that as much credence as I do anything in gematria. I think there's a use for it. I think it's helpful, but I don't think you can base everything off of that because there's too many tricks in the language. There's too many tricks within how the words mean something, but the vibrations mean something more. the actual sounds and the cymatics means more than, okay, well, we can decode it backwards. But yeah, I give it credibility, but it's not one of my. There's a couple filters before I get to that. Flat Earth, bendy water and stuff. What's up, Super Champion? Yeah, Ton. Here we go. I'll get started on. I guess 2 minutes in is far enough. It's because I noticed these comments from people, not on my channel, but I just I'll look through Instagram, or I'll notice somebody post something about some health issue or whatever, and it's always so convoluted and silly. Like somebody was like, "I told you guys honey is no good," and he puts up a CNN post on honey causing botulism in babies, and then uses that as some sort of proof that honey is no good. Like, man, it's like all of these people that join these cultish things. See, like even like the flat Earth, then you get the flat Earth community, right? It turns really culty, and then you get the vegan thing, and that's obviously very culty. The original title for this was going to be cults and communities and things, and what they do, and how they're, in one sense they bring people together, but in another sense they completely ostracize other people. So I don't think I would ever go to any of these conventions or these things, but it's the same thing in every community you can think of. Every kind of community, the health community, like how it's riddled with just pitfalls and just flat out wrong shit. And then right off the top, you got to deal with people that are like, oh, the doctor. Well, people that don't even really believe in doctors, but then they'll use a study that was done that proved some of their point about whatever shit they want to try to sell you that day, some sort of vegan diet or something. And then people tell you now honey, which I'm sure hypocrites. I'm pretty sure he knew what he was talking about, but I thought he was a pretty big proponent of apple cider vinegar and honey. And in fact, milk and honey being basically the richness of the land and the communication with these kind of energies. Like the milk and honey are death-free foods, and what honey's been used for just as far as you can look into recorded history. It's just absurd. It's absurd claims that people make. This is like, it's so littered and riddled with people that really have no, like, it's a secondary thing for them. They have their 9-to-5 job, and then they're a vegan on the side. You know what I mean? And they make a couple videos at night, and their only research into anything to do with health is literally, let's find anything that says vegan and let's go look into that and see what we can verify that I already thought. Okay, there we go. But they've done no real research, no real looking into it, because they don't care to know. They don't want to look any deeper. They found the answer. It's like this flat earth thing, man. This flat earth conventions turns into some like Christian thing. That was my last video, and it's just with all of these communities just littered with, you know, you're going to have the people that are working for another agenda, and the agenda is always how can we market something and turn it into control or power or financial profiteering, and everything is once you have a good idea, it's immediately going downhill as soon as it becomes somewhat profitable, somewhat like you can turn it into a you know, that cult, the cult of fear and consumption, the cult of we have the answers. And there's so few people that are actually out there really dealing in real facts, real truthiness, that kind of shit. Everybody's just out here to be on a team, to fly a new flag. It's so divisive, and it's so what do you do with it? There's a never-ending supply of people that need to jump on a new bandwagon. You know, I mean, how many different fad diets have happened in the past 20 years? I mean, it's a pretty big number. We're probably in like 15, 20 diets. And then how many of these? Because you see them, they jump over. Like, I've seen this dude that supposedly had fixed his psoriasis on a vegan diet, like full-on hardcore vegan, and he made a business out of it, you know. And then one day he's like turned to keto, and then turned to what's that where you like eating meat and doing all the primal. And it's like I don't get it. I mean I get it, like, you know, you got to make your money, you got to get to, but it's this lack of integrity with people, and they just spouting off about things that this is the hot button thing to talk about. And it's for people out here that are really interested in, like, where the fuck are we? What's going on in this world? How do we better things? Because I've had this really strong feeling in my being that if my brothers and sisters can't eat or can't be happy, then how could I be? And so when we're just surrounded by people, but with people that they bullshit, and then then when we call them out on their bullshit, the people that we're trying to help side with the bullshitters. It's so funny. It's a common theme. We're just surrounded by people that for the love of money, for the love of control, power, manipulation. And it's like, I always go back to how much easier it would be if they just let go of that shit. This world is not supposed to be that difficult. This whole planet, this whole plane, this whole realm, this whole wherever the fuck you think we live, it's really not that difficult. I mean, if you look out here and there's food on the trees, or at least there should be, right? But then you go into cities and they chop down those fruit trees. So you got to go to the grocery store, get a job, doing some paperwork for some ridiculous organization doing absolutely nothing to benefit yourself, your health, your family, the world as a whole. So I don't know that I can offer too many solutions, because I when I do start these videos, it's usually off of just a little bit of an idea or an instinct to talk about something. And as I'm talking through it, I can usually come up with, I could rattle off some solutions to things. And this is the one that's probably the age-old question: what do you do when everybody is a cultist? Not occultist, like in a cult of some sort, in some sort of dogmatic belief system in something, especially when their paycheck relies on them being bullshit. Like they eat and live and believe their own bullshit. How do you get people to exit that, to get into something? Is there anything, as I was trying to make a point the other day, what use would be me going and working at a fucking McDonald's or a 7-Eleven or in one of these corporations that I don't believe in anything they do? It would be pointless. It would be terrible. It would make no sense. So, but then I look at all these other corporations and these things, like how many of them, what thing can you do in this society that can make you enough money so you can pay for the things you need to, so you can eat, so you can have a roof over your head and a decent life that is also beneficial to the community, that doesn't have like downfalls to it. There's not too many things, not too many at all. And then if you do those things, you're sitting there having to battle all of the institutions that are all set up to poison you, to make you sick with everything they do. So it's like you're always hinged to it. It's so funny. So if you become the antithesis, or if you become the panacea, it's still a duality. It's still a dual system. You still have to deal with the bullshit. And so I don't know what things people can do. I mean, you got volunteerism, which is the idea. But what things would you do? Would you go start a farm? I mean, I don't know what kind of things are available to. It's like the idea of I don't want to combat the system. I like the idea of Bucky Fuller. You design a system that makes the old system obsolete, and the other system falls apart and goes away. But there is such a still scraping and clawing and just utter nonsense from the people that are standing there with the. When you say powers that be, you really mean the media that is controlling information. And if you control people's ideas and their identity of what they think they are and ideas of what they have, then you control their whole being. So there's so many of those people that are just like under such fucking trauma-based mind control. And then even beyond that, then if they're not under that, then they're underneath the reward-based mind control. Here, we'll give you this if you do that. There's always a reward. It's like a little, that's one way. There's lots of ways to train people to do things. But even in all of that, where is there any level of health? How do you not combat the system and still do something helpful? Lincoln, yes backwards is say yes. See that there's one little dip into mind control. Like what is MK Ultra really? Is it you controlling your mind, or is it they'll control your mind until you decide to? I don't know. There's too many. Say yes. Say yes. Start programming the mind. Yeah, Tillin, that is the who is the author of confusion? Why? It's always to confuse, and by confusing you can maintain mass amounts of control and order over things. Confuse the fuck out of something, and then you own it. Which is silly, but why would somebody want to own everything? Don't own anything and you can control everything, huh? Yeah, there you go, B. Johnson. Lincoln, is it? I don't know. What is it? What can you see? Oh, you can see the table. Oh, Lincoln, check this out. You can see the table. That's the table I'm sitting at. So off of my glasses, you could see that. That's pretty wicked. That was not on purpose. This is just, I sit here every day like this. Or maybe it is. Let me do some crazy hand signs too. Get people very confused out here. Do some of the throw up some symbols and things, which is very funny. I wanted to touch on this thing too, and I'll get back to your comments in a second, because I wanted to make a video on this specifically. But all these people that are anti-Freemasonry, anti-Illuminati, all of this, whenever they see somebody make a hand signal, they go and they start looking it up. So they're actually part of it. Nobody even notices. They become so well versed in everything Freemasonic that just someone doing a hand sign, a hand gesture, like throwing up the sixes or throwing up like the Baphomet sign, which whatever. Then they can start looking up and they start researching it. Well, that's what the illumined ones do. They research things, and so they're actually part of the thing that they find so much disgusting, which I think is so humorous. It's like magical symbols. Well, what does that symbol mean? They look it up. Oh, it's evil, but they always attribute it to being evil or being bad or something, which is very far from the truth. What's up? Sipping on nectar. What's up, man? What's up, live and awake? What's up, Grandma boy? Further you get from the tree of life, yeah. You know, I don't think the tree of life. If you're referring to like the center of the realm in the North Pole, I don't believe that by any means. But I think there is a. You are the fountainhead. You are the tree of life, and being whatever it is authentically you, I think it speaks the most. And you know, and obviously be near the trees. Any tree is a tree of life, right? The giving tree, just don't cut that shit down. There's many easier ways to make houses without cutting down wood. Stronger ways too. Jordan, well, thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, Sylph of Earth? Rebecca. Yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, of course we all you know, from time to time put ourselves in positions that are not advantageous, but there is quite a bit. Whether everybody wants to go, no, it's all inside. No, there's a whole out there. If there's an inside, there's an outside too, and there's a back and forth between them. There's always a time delay, but there is obviously things outside of you. I mean, yes, we're all one as one cohesive unit on this realm. So we're part of this organism, but there are different aspects to that organism that are obviously that we can plainly see that are against the good of all things and the good of humanness and the good of what you think humanness is, or what giving is, or what compassion is, or what healing is, or like there are people that are against that. It's like the people that are into, say, like what you'd say is Satanism or what you'd say is Luciferianism, two different things anyways, or people that will read the, you know, that kind of the Satanic Bible or get into magic. Funny enough, if everything's backwards, then aren't they the ones that are more Christ-like, and the ones that say they believe in Christ are more satanic? I mean, that's the way it would look to me, wouldn't it? Now, I just say that, I say that in jest and in humor to a degree, but but man, yeah, and further on that, it's like you go to a doctor, and growing up, somebody wants to be a doctor because they believe there's some sort of health in there. There's some way of helping people and assisting people. But the majority of what is done in through doctors' offices and through the pharmaceutical companies and through everything they're doing is completely in every way anti-health. And how can you know this? Well, even without scientific literature, you can just go to the simple idea that once you have a corporation, you're dealing with dead corpses. You're dealing with needing to make a profit, needing to make money. Once it's a business, all things, whenever, remember the oldest thing, you remember back in the 80s and 90s, you hear it all the time, hey, it's just business. Hey, it's just business. Man, that's so anti-life. I mean, and when you consider it's even told into the word, it's told you in the words, business is a corporation. Corpse. They put it right there. They even spell it corpse. So it's like people live for these dead entities, but they don't live for each other. And then they get involved in these institutions where they believe, like teachers believe they're helping, but truly they're not. They're just continuing to dumb down us generation after generation and pull life from us. I mean, they don't think that. I mean, after a while, they'll become jaded and they'll understand what's going on. But you got any institution where you think you're going to go in and make I'm going to go make a difference by being a politician. I've met these people, you know. I've met people that are into pretty high levels of within the teaching biz and the different types of industries. You know, got people that basically run hospitals. And like, you know, they're going into it, they're good people and they think they're helping, but they're like, you know, you get to the point and you look at what they're doing, it's like, nah, that ain't helping, B. Coconut tree is the tree of life. Yeah, coconuts, boy. A lot of palm trees out here. Yeah, thank you, David C. As above, so below, as within, so without. That has many, many meanings, but people like to take it in a very profane way. And misinterpretation happens all the time, especially with symbols, because symbols are open to interpretation. But you know, there is a quality to a certain like this. That's a symbol. There's a quality of energy that runs off of this. Just looking at it changes something. So every symbol has meaning, but whenever you start applying a triangle as somehow evil, it's the most ridiculous thing you could ever say. Or it's somehow connected to things that are not healthy. Like triangles are symbols of strength and fortification. Yeah, I like what you said there, Rebecca. Different levels. It's for us to grow accommodations to different levels of intelligence. We are intelligence growing itself inside and out. Yeah, I like that. It's that the funneling of the system, it's always reflective back. But there is the you know, when we get into the 100th monkey thing and we get into like when do we reach the precipice of enough people being aware and consciousness ahead of their consciousness to such a level that their energy, that their mind, which is out there obviously, can start to affect in a positive way other people that, like, you know, when you have those aha moments where you go, oh, that needs to happen to a lot of people that are very sleepy, B. Very sleepy. They out here like napping. And like that will be the fun day when that happens. That'll be interesting to observe. Although most people, you go through the process of the learning can be very troublesome at times. You know, like, fuck, you learn something new, but then the next level you're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense now. So hopefully a lot of these people can jump over some of those hurdles if they find the right guides. I don't like to use teacher, I like the idea of guides. Start to interpret symbols the correct way. Shuffle, what are my thoughts on changing reality with DMT? I mean, you should be able to start to produce that on your own. I mean, you should be anyways, but you know, I think there's some people that should do it, but I don't think everyone should go find and synthesize it outside of self and then take it. Because that's like opening up a doorway that you can't open up on your own. And then you can see it and you come back and there's reality looks completely different. Like there's some people that should not do drugs. There's some people that should not do psychedelics. There's some people that I don't know, man. I think it's for certain people because you should be producing your own DMT anyways. It should be occurring through healthy diet, gut bacteria, producing, helping to produce chemicals in the brain and getting your organs and your glands in a healthy position to work the way they should work. So having somebody that's very far away from that take that and pop open their third eye and get into all of the machine elves and everything, like, is that going to be beneficial to them? I don't know. I think it can be more troubling for people. So I think it's obviously a sacred sacrament to even know to know how to go through the process of extracting it and making it takes a little bit. You'd have to be a real deal alchemist. But if you really knew, you would just take the substances inside of your body to begin with and let your body produce it, because your body's an alchemical retort anyways. And most people's their body's too dirty to produce enough DMT. Yeah, I mean, I've always, if you understand, like, you can't talk to certain people about it. If you say Lucifer, Satan, they think it's the same thing, and it's not. Lucifer is, Saturn, Satan, Lucifer, and Lucy, so there's more going on here, and especially when you dig even deeper into the occult meaning of it, it's fully different. Like all of the characters in all of these books all have a meaning. And they're not negative, none of them really. It's just the way that people have been instructed to exoterically read things and to read things from a profane way, not from a symbolic way. There we go. There we go. David T. Fundamentally, people clinging to an image. Yeah, that is. I mean, that's the take no idol worship. It means that godliness is using your mind and your imagination to expect the world here, the physical, what you call the physical product world, which is Julius Caesar's world or Satan's world, to provide you with what you enjoy. This life here is to be enjoyed, but once you say that thing is the thing, and then that becomes your idol worship. That becomes your, that when you put something on an altar, it's there to give you just a little reminder or a hint or an image. It's not to say that's it. It's the story of Dumbo. When he's got the feather, and he thinks the feather's making him fly, because he's taken idol worship over that feather. But then they say, Dumbo, put the feather down.
You got a team, ladies. You cut green? Oh, no, you got a head getter.
But I'm a painter, so.
Yeah.
Ryan Duvall, how would a single cell be able to influence the mind of the body? I guess, well, if you look into and understand, say, Walter Russell's work, everything is just reproducing itself. So if you put one perfected cell in a body, why couldn't it reproduce itself to be the entire system? I mean, obviously we think of it in one way. We think of it in the world decaying, or we think of it as in the world spinning down to, an explosion happened and then it's all winding down. People like to talk about entropy all the time. Entropy of the human system. But that's not true, because on a cellular level, on an atomic level, an atom doesn't die. A cell doesn't die. And if you're made of atoms and cells, then how could you possibly die? So that idea alone starts to influence even a single cell, and it starts to reproduce itself. Yeah, this is right, Rebecca. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever be perfected or complete, but we you know, you're complete and perfected the way you are, but you'll never be perfected and complete. It's, you know, that kind of, those kind of paradoxes in life. You got to watch out for that one, you know, alive and awake. Got to watch out for them numbers of carbon, huh? Can you tell me what Cavinium Divinius means? I think you could probably put that in your Google right now. Sounds something like something to do with divine. Convivium. I don't read Latin too well. I've looked it up before. Excuse me. Hey Lincoln, were you answering the question on what that means? Is that what you looked up, or I'm a little behind on what you guys are talking about here, trying to catch up. Prague is a great place, I've heard. What's up, Joey Scott? Direct message Tao. I like that. I like Sonos logos. I like that. Yeah, I think it's just a substance that people. I think just with any substance. I mean, like, be an alchemist of your own system. I don't work well with coffee. I don't drink coffee too often because that caffeine is too much of a stimulant for me, and it doesn't balance me out. And then we get in, like, everything is psychoactive. We got to remember that. It's just to the level of what degree of psychoactivity is occurring. So when you start to get into the more powerful things, I don't know that everybody, ain't everybody cut out for that game. You know, you can have what's called the fetches. The fetches, the people that go to the astral realm to find information and bring it back for you because you're just not capable of doing it. There's certain things, you know, you have people fetch things for you. And so I think that you could have people, you could go on a journey, or you could just have the shaman take the journey and bring you back information. Cephal, good. The bentonite and clay, that's obviously really good to do, like, mix it with some urine if you got, and then put it on your skin, and let that just start pulling toxin out of your body, and eating it. If you're going to eat it, make sure you do it in very small quantities at first, because you don't want to clog yourself up. I've done it before. I've taken too much bentonite and clay and clogged myself up, but it's in small amounts, especially using fiber with it is a good idea. Of course it could. I mean, the more the energy goes where attention, you know, energy flows where attention goes. That thing. Let me get my charger. 1 second. Yeah. It's a little chilly out here, man. The bench is cold on my ass. I got the little bit of shivers from a cold ass right now. So if you hear a little bit of like shaking my voice, it's a cold butt, and I can't do this from inside because it's kind of quiet, like a library in there. Yeah, there you go. The other cells are selves. Yes, it's Walter. Looking at Walter Russell's work. It's just like the sun, just like light doesn't have a speed. It's only a reproduction of itself. It just instantaneously reproduces itself somewhere. But there has to be what you'd consider, what we would think is some sort of time or space delay. There is certainly distance from here to way down there, but that is like thought communication is faster than light communication, because it's working with the different, you know, it's if we consider the whole thing as one giant mind, then if you think something, everybody else thinks it. With light, it would take a little while to get to you because it has to make reproductions of itself. But it's doing something very similar in the body. You smelt that? Did I fart? I did not fart. What's up? Is that Corona? Yeah, I've learned. Hey, Rebecca, you know, every once in a while I'll be like, "Come on now," it's whatever. I ain't gonna beg for people's thumbs. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it came to my mind. Maybe those people that didn't thumbs it up don't have a thumb. Maybe they're missing their thumbs. So they're already living in a world where they can't hitchhike. They're gonna have a hard time opening doors up. Thank you for that. This weather makes you realize men have nipples too. Yeah, it's actually kind of really nice out, but it was cold last night, so I'm sitting on a concrete bench, and it's not letting go of the cold. I should have put something under my butt. Should have brought myself a cushion. Oh, I burped. These things happen. I gotta turn down. There we go. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this, guys, because my phone is eating up more energy than the charger will give it right now. We'll see. If this just happens to get shut off, sorry. I'll have to go inside and charge my phone again. But if it does get towards the end, I did bring my computer, so I can just jump on and do another video, and we'll start on a new topic now that I got a little bit of a roll going and comfortable talking with this cold seat on my ass. Let's see. I need a little bit more light here. There we go. That was decent. What's up, Mary Mercury Curry? Northern Mississippi? MS is Mississippi, right? You up in northern Mississippi? Yeah, it's I don't know, what is it, like 65, almost 70 maybe? I don't know. It's nice. It's cozy. And you know what else it is? It's fucking Tuesday. It only took 38 minutes for Zen to drop an F-bomb because I'm excited. Because it's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and there's this new taco joint that I just found where the tacos are just dynamite. And somebody like, do you see he just threw that up? That's what you do. You say, mwah. You do that kind of like a manja. I guess I don't know. Would you say that at a Mexican restaurant? I guess if you're Italian, you could. There we go. That's a little better. Oh man, this spot, man, is so good. I used to go to the place where they had dollar tacos, which are like full-on street tacos, like real deal Mexican street tacos, just kind of indiscriminately put together. But this other new place that I went to, they got $2 tacos, but they're fabulous. They got a cauliflower taco with pineapples, and they got a really good hot sauce, and like, yeah, man. I was gonna have it for lunch, but I figured, let me just fast all day, and I'll have it for dinner. And speaking of fasting, I think I'm going to do a fast after this wonderful holiday that people share Thanksgiving with. I think after Thanksgiving, I think I'm gonna do a fast. So if you guys want to plan on joining me, feel free. We'll do a daily, I don't know, figure something out. I can help inspire you guys to maintain a fast. Maybe we'll do some, I'll teach you guys some magic. Maybe do some sigil work. Maybe maybe I'll work with some herbs as well. Yeah, I need to do a fast anyways because I've been brutalizing this physical body for a while. I can tell my livers and my kidneys are kind of a little backed up. Way too much junk food, man. Way too much trash. You've never fasted? Never? Oh man. Well, you should join us. Well, you should join us. It's fun. Once you get past 72 hours, it's cake. I don't know how long we'll do it for. I guess it'd be up to everybody. And it'd be up to you to choose if you want to do juice or water or piss or some just a liquid fast. Yeah, man. What's up, Joy Scott? Yeah, not lately, man. I've been doing the nighttime thing, you know, out sharing my light with the nighttime. So I have to come and recharge again. The rainbow fast, the rainbow bridge fast. You know about that, Mary Curry? You do a color of the each day of the week is actually aligned with the color of the rainbow. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, what day is what, but I'm pretty sure Wednesday is green. So I think it's Monday is red, yellow is Tuesday, and then or orange is Tuesday. Red, orange. Huh. Let me think about this. Okay, Saturday is purple. Let's do that. So Sunday is red. Sunday is red. Monday is orange. I'll look it up. But there's energies that coincide with those days, and you consume that color fruit. And if you can upgrade it, obviously, to doing that color and fruit juice. And if you really wanted to do the real deal rainbow bridge, what you would do is you would do a water fast first, and you would cleanse your body pretty good, and then you would do a week on each of the colors. And so you do 49 days. And that, from what I've heard, is supposedly would supercharge all of your organs, because that would be the 7 major systems in your body. I've never done that. I've done shorter rainbow cleanses on the fruits, but never 49 days on fruits. Cypher, if you eat too much clay, it's just going to clog you up and you're going to get backed up, man. I would consume lots and lots of water if you feel backed up. If you ever did, I would probably eat lots of water. I would probably use some yogurt, and I would also make sure I increase the amounts of soluble and insoluble fibers. The basic way you should do it anyways is to consume every hour back and forth. So for hour 1, if you get up at 9 o'clock, you would take fiber and insoluble and soluble fibers. And then obviously you can turn that into an oatmeal and put some cinnamon in there and some ginger and make it taste good and whatever. And then in an hour, then you'd take clay. And that clay is going to be pulling and sucking everything out of your system. And then and then an hour later, you do more oatmeal and soluble and insoluble fibers, and that will expand the colon. And then so basically you're going through your large intestines, and it's going back and forth, and as it pushes it through, it'll do a number on cleaning you right out, man. Rebecca, will the toxins leave via the milk? No, I don't think so. There's a lot of, some people say there's contradictions to breastfeeding fasting while breastfeeding, but I don't think a short fast would harm you in any way or the child, and especially if you did a fruit juice fast, it'd only be helpful. You wouldn't even really consider that fast. It's more of a feast, because you'd be putting extra type of light nutrition in the body, so it'd be super helpful. To do a water fast probably isn't the greatest thing to do. because it will change the supply of the milk, and so I think you're going to want to probably do a fruit juice fast. Yeah, yeah. I would say just go with the fruit juices, Rebecca. Do fruit juices, because that's a feast, you know. That will encourage even more energy in your body because you don't have to digest it, and yeah, that would be. It'll be also very cleansing to you, and you probably even notice you probably produce more milk. I would assume. I don't see why you wouldn't, because you have more energy in your body. Feast. Yes, indeed. I think I might have to adjust my set here. Here we go. There we go. Chillin'. There's a lot of really good things in Ayurveda, but I don't agree with everything in Ayurveda. And I would say that's one of them too. Fasting is good for everyone. There's no one that would not benefit from fasting. Especially short fasts. There's anything up to 40 days. Most anybody could and should do. But I hear you on if you already are like a skinnier. If you're in ectomorph vata type, that you'd probably be better off using oils and juices and things. But a water fast for anybody is always highly recommended. Haha, Thermal Boy, you did the castor oil and pure gum turpentine cleanse? Yeah, but I've always told people. I tell people this in every one of my videos. Get yourself a bidet, man. The investment into a bidet is the way to go, man. It's so much better. You ain't even got to worry about wiping your ass. You ain't got to worry about all the bleach. It's just perfection. Dip the teepee, yeah. Yeah, I don't like having to use toilet paper really. All day. Bidets all day. Tillin Gorsick. Yeah, in the first 3 days, you're going to be going through a different process than after. Because after 72 hours, your body goes over to basically keto and starts eating all the fats and things away. And the dizziness and whatever, I mean, you know, that's depending on what else you were consuming. Like what your diet was before that and how much you're getting rid of. How much water were you drinking? Was it distilled? Was it spring? Do you already have, you know, there's a lot of little things that kind of go into how you feel, but, you know, you're going to have ups and downs throughout the whole fast, depending on how long you do it. Oh, Mary Marie, no way. Oh, no. Bidets is where it's at, man. And the best thing about bidets, you can give yourself you can give yourself a little bit of an enema, just sitting there, you know. and it feels. I mean, who doesn't want some water spray? Who doesn't want a tongue in their butt? You know what I'm saying? Little water sprayed up there, man. Sometimes just go sit on the toilet, just relaxing. Nah, bidets are where it's at. I mean, the fact is, we shouldn't be shitting in toilets to begin with because it's improper. We should be squatting, and we should be, you know, the position we should be in is way different. But we work with what we got, and we got toilets, so. Yeah, I mean, slipping on nectar. I mean, Ayurveda is. I read a lot of books on it. There's a lot of good things in it, but there's also some things that just not in alignment with other studies that I found. I don't think there's any one like perfect path for like, oh, this is the book on health. Because, you know, just like anything else, when we get these books that were handed down, through ages. How many of those pages have been you know, there's a mistyping here, it got translated wrong, somebody decided to play with something, and so I think that happens far too often. So, and there are some things that I just flat out don't agree with. But 95% of it, I put people on the air, buddy, for sure. Yeah, thank you. Raw food is ain't the right thing, man. You know, you eat what's supposed to be eaten raw. Strawberry, eat it raw. Potato, you're never gonna eat it raw. So that's how we start to look at things. How the alchemy would work with fire. Marie, you said everything is so weird here. Toilets, weird ass place with fucking toilets. I think I might have to dip to this other side because I can't see the screen right now. Hold on, y'all. Okay, maybe that's a little bit. Yeah, that might be a little. Yeah, sip on nectar, day 18, man. That's wicked. What are you doing tonight, dude? Because I'm in between. I'm in between on how long I'm gonna be here at this place, and what time I'm supposed to go catch dinner with somebody. I totally forgot it was Tuesday. That's why I said let's hang out today. You realize, yes, Earth, yes, this place they call. What's up, Secretary Atman? What's going on? Well, check it out, y'all. Let me start up another video on my computer because my phone has really got only a little bit of charge left. It's just not. I can't have my screen on bright enough to see you guys, so I got to get my other computer out. So if you want to join me back here in about 10 seconds, maybe we can read from my new book, Herman Hesse. Let's see what's going on here. Hopefully this is charged. Give me 1 second, y'all, and then what should I title this next one? What should we get into here? Okay, 1 second, y'all. Let me start this other thing up over here. You can join me for round 2. And you guys gotta help me. What should we? Give me some words. Give me some ideas so I can freestyle off of that shit. All right, guys. So I'm gonna jump over to this other one, and feel free to follow me over there. I'll be on in give me 2 minutes. So as always, for whoever is just here for this video, have a beautiful day. Do weird shit, and yeah, I'll see you in about 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. soon. Let me get this thing set up.